so fair warning. If you are here to watch that be built, this isn't going to be the video for you, because I barely built crap. I built literally the body of the Sentinel because I just kept talking. So there will be a video in the future where I shut up because I put on the TV to where I could, shut up. But yeah, so this video is a lot more me discussing the MCU than me building that X-Mansion, because I just didn't. I built it, I was working on it, but just kept talking, literally an hour, and I had the chest done, and that's it. So, yeah, so if you want to see that, then wait for a future video, but if you want to watch me yap about it, the MCU, then yeah, stay. Okay. So, it's been a year.
It's been a year, Daddy.
Anyways, it's been a year since,
Bitch, get the back, don't touch me, bitch.
I built the Lego Avengers Tower, and I hope that my hair doesn't look bad, but whatever. So now, it's July 29th. So it hasn't been a full year, because it was like August something. I think maybe August 1st or August 2nd, August 3rd, the last time I started a video. Now, as you can see, I have the Lego Xavier Institute, the X-Man mansion, and I'm gonna build it.
Okay? Duh. You stupid!
Because, well, I'll show you what I said over there in a second. I'm probably here, but I'm also in my room right now, and the lighting, it looks really good right now. It's a 24-hour light screen on YouTube on second TV, so that light's been done. Anyways, we're gonna build this, or I'm gonna build it. You're gonna watch me, maybe. Where did I throw it? I just threw it. Here it is. In this set, Iceman doesn't come with any hair. He's bald.
She's bald!
So I bought a kind of like a slick back hair for him, and it's pure white, so he can have hair. Might get a spiky one eventually. Next time I just buy a bunch of bricks. I also bought this one for Jean Grey. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. So let's just get started. I'm gonna fix my hair first. So, like last time, a box in a box. Get the whole idea of that. You know, Mystique can pick stuff up with her feet. Or so can I. So, watch out. Okay. It's 9:43, July 29th. Also never finished what I was saying. On this table, I'm going to do a huge Marvel Multiversal War display. I have Avengers. I have a re-edition of the next Avengers, because the next Avengers are fire. I don't know why Marvel isn't doing a next Avengers. Also, don't get me started on Marvel right now.
Oh, here we go. It's that long plethora of, oh my God.
Wait for it.
I will. Let me get a chair.
Them resetting the MCU. At first, I was like, okay, so I'm never going to be able to watch Marvel again, because obviously, like, they're getting rid of all the characters. But I read a little bit more into it, and from what I can tell, they aren't restarting it or rebooting it. They are bringing in another universe, and they're combining them, which will happen most likely in Secret Wars, because that's what happened in the storyline, or in the comics. In the comic storyline, Secret Wars, the universe got destroyed, I think, and Wiccan helped remake it, which whatever. Also, here's my theory. If this is right, Marvel, hire me. You need to hire me anyways, it doesn't matter. But, because I have great ideas. But, I think this would also be genius of them, but also this might just be like a Taylor Swift brain thing, is that they should make it to where all of the universes that are combined add up to be 19999. Because we all know, even Miss Marvel, I'm so glad they cast her, because she's an actual Marvel comic book, fan. She knows what she's talking about, which I feel like we need a lot more of that in all forms of media. If you are going to be ahead or in something, you should know what you're talking about in it. Star Wars. But because this Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU is not 616. As I hate that I don't know her name because she's great. Kamala Khan, actress. Iman Vellani. She's Canadian. Hey. Oh, that's so funny.
How do you know I'm not Canadian?
That's so funny. So, as I was saying, the MCU is not 616 because there's comic 616. Unless you do the comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe as complete separate entities, they can't both be 616 because obviously storylines are different. Like, in the comics, Red Guardian is Black Widow's love interest, and in the MCU, he's her dad. So, and they're from Russia, not Alabama.
Oh, that's no. In the sense that, no. You know what?
So, you know, I shouldn't have said that considering I'm from Alabama, whatever. I get to make a joke about it because I'm from Alabama.
Right, right.
So, like I was saying, the MCU is not 616. That's kind of just how it is. These are words I don't understand. Anyways, so MCU is not 616. That's how it is. Both of them can't be 616 unless they are completely separate entities, but I don't think that they're doing that. I mean, it is inspired by Marvel Comics, so it might be whatever. It doesn't matter. Quit interrupting me. Anyways, so here's Wolverine. I'm also curious to see what they do for Secret Wars and what's this next one? Doomsday. Also, I mean, it's Kevin Feige. He's done a great job so far. But for him to say that they realized early on that Kang wasn't... This whole video is probably going to be a whole MCU
Let
rant.
me get a chair.
But for him to say that they realized early on that Kang wasn't Thanos, yeah, you're right. Kang isn't Thanos. Kang has the opportunity to be such a bigger villain. They should have done Chronopolis. I feel like they're going to do what they were going to do with Chronopolis and put that just into Battle World or whatever. But they should have done Chronopolis. They could have done other places and brought them into, obviously, Chronopolis, different multiverses, because, I mean, they could have done so well. I hope that they don't just start Doomsday off with Doctor Doom wiping out the Kangs. That would be such a bad idea. I hope they don't do that because he truly does. Just recast him. Recast him. If the actor has problems, recast him. You know, don't just wipe it out from existence. Recast him. It doesn't matter, like, seriously. So I think that also Nathaniel Richards is a Kang. So yeah, just age up, but it doesn't matter, whatever. Hello, it is future Isaac compared to the video that you're watching. Present Isaac compared to me right now, past Isaac from me editing this video. But so what they could do is, since we already know that Kang is kind of, I hate how round my head looks with it on anyways. So, oh, also, let me be a nerd. Quit judging me. We can do this.
Right, right.
I don't even have a background where I'm not. I'll do the one with me and Molly because she's a baby. Okay, so it's Sunday, September 14th. It's 9:06. It's like over a month since I started recording. Right. If I do one thing, it is procrastinate. Procrastinate. Anyways, long story short, I think that what they could do, because we already know that Kang not Kang, sorry, Dr. Doom. He already has 838 Nathaniel Richards. We saw him, hello? We saw him texting, also, never mind. We saw him Can I help you, bitch? We saw him take him at the end of Fantastic Four, which, by the way, great movie. Was that out? Hello?
Hello?
The screen went dark. Was that out? Yeah, it had to be. Anyways, we saw Dr. Doom take Nathaniel Richards at the end of Fantastic Four from the 838 universe. I think that if they wanted to make that Nathaniel Richards into Kang, obviously. So I was wrong.
And now I'm beige.
I'll admit when I'm wrong. It's very seldom that I am incorrect, but I was. So that is Franklin Richards. That is their direct son. Nathaniel Richards is a descendant of Franklin Richards and Mr. Fantastic.
I didn't know.
So yeah, so let's just ignore that. But there's more that's going to be said that I think that they should still do with Chronopolis. So stay with me here. Just ignore the little mix-up that I had with Franklin and Nathaniel. Because, let's be honest, both white boy names, Nathaniel, Franklin, Richards, 6, 7, you know? Anyways, so yeah. So, I don't even think that I got to what I was going to say about... I think that I was going to say something like, that's like now Nathaniel's motivation, whatever. I don't freaking know. Who knows what I was going to say. But, yeah. Now they have the opportunity to, because that they can use that as a reason to recast a character, because obviously Jonathan Majors not white, Nathaniel Richards is white, you know. So they could just make that the reason to recast Kang into a new actor, and even then you can still keep the whole like purple suit thing and everything like that, because that's what Kang is. Is it purple or green in the face? I think it's a purple in the face. Let me look him up. Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, so he's purple and green, or it's like a bluish. Sure, take me to Wikipedia. So yeah, so his face is like blue. Why is he posted up like that? Dwight Eisenhower pick. Anyway, but so they could take the opportunity to recast the character into the true Kang the Conqueror, and yeah, and then they could have that and set up Chronopolis and stuff like that. And even if they didn't want to use I think that Chronopolis is such a good idea for them. I think that truly it would be an incredible thing. You could do it with a series, you could do it in a movie, obviously. Like, I think that a series about it would be cool, like them like exploring areas, to spend a lot of time in Chronopolis, and then maybe if they want to do a movie, have the movie be they arrive or they're taken to Chronopolis, there's a time jump, and then it's them fighting their way out of Chronopolis. I think that they could definitely do a lot of cool stuff with the whole period inside of Chronopolis. That would be like a cool series. It looks so much better here than in the video. But I was gonna say something else. Also, my bed isn't made. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. So that's what they should have done with Kang and all that. They should have, I mean, I'm not upset that they are doing Doomsday right now, because obviously Doctor Doom is a huge villain. I do feel like it's kind of being rushed, because the Infinity Saga was building up since Iron Man in 2008? And, you know, like, it's been building up for all those, you know, connections, and I'm not really seeing connections right now. Because, like, if we were going into Infinity War, yeah, we could say, oh, it's the Infinity Stones, you know, like, those are what the Infinity Stones are. But right now, I'm not seeing connections, but then again, you know, I don't know it. So I guess hindsight is kind of 20/20, like, maybe we all didn't know what was going to happen in Infinity War before. But still, I hope that they don't rush Doomsday, because I do feel like Marvel kind of had a very grasping at straws post Endgame. I feel like there were a few good projects, don't get me wrong. Black Widow, amazing. Black Widow does not get the credit that that movie deserves, because it really is an incredible movie. I feel like a lot of people just don't like it because of how they did Taskmaster, but then again, they just wiped out Taskmaster. So they could probably bring in Tony Masters, the actual Taskmaster. And I also didn't realize until rewatching the movie a few weeks ago that the Taskmaster's name is Antonia, which is obviously Tony, but it's like a Russian girl version of it. But I think that if they kept Taskmaster as a guy, because actually that was the thing that I heard. That was the only critique that I heard, was how they did Taskmaster as a girl. I already showed you Wolverine. And then here's Wolverine's bike. Right now I'm building the, not the Sentry. This is the thing that hunts down and kills the mutants. Sorry, I was checking myself out. Oh, ow! Anyways, what's that like? Anyways, here's Molly. Say hi. Molly. Molly. Ow! So I'm interrupting again. Stop.
I am interrupting again because, like, I just don't want to seem hypocritical, especially later in the video, because I talk about people not knowing what they're talking about, and then here I am not knowing that it was a Sentinel. I mean, I knew it, it just, brain went blank. My eyes are, like, really blue right now. Anyways, so, yeah, like, I promise I'm not a fake fan. I just had a brain fart. I am a bigger Avengers fan than an X-Men fan, but I am still a fan. I'm trying to get more into the X-Men, but whatever. But I was just interrupting to say, pretty much just to say that, like, I don't want to seem hypocritical by me criticizing the people who work on these projects and then me not knowing all of it. But the difference I feel like is that whenever I don't know it, I go and look to see what it is, and I don't just pull stuff out of my butt.
But
like, if I were to be handed like a character and say, hey, like, you need to do this, like, I would go into the comics and see what that character is like in the comics, what that character does in the comics, you know, who that character likes, who they don't like, what their backstory is, all that kind of stuff. Yes, you can tweak it. Like, I do think that they did do a good job with changing Black Widow's backstory, or not her backstory, but like a Red Guardian and stuff like that. I think that that was a pretty interesting thing, and I like what they did with Yelena and Natasha, them being sisters instead of rivals and stuff like that. So I did like that. But yeah, I mean, it's the difference between not knowing and searching it, and not knowing and just doing something. You know, like, if a character is already established, I feel like if you're going to be doing something with that character, you should know that character. Like, if it's like a tiny minor character, then I guess it's not that big of a deal because it's not going to be that center of a focus. But if it's a big character that has been around for a while, then you should know what you're talking about. And this will make sense later, and I might put a little thing saying this is what I was talking about later when I was editing it, because I'm editing that part now. I haven't edited crap with this thing. Literally crap. I've edited 1.5 30-minute clips, and it's just taking forever. So I'll probably split this up in multiple parts. That way I can at least get a part of it out, because it's already like 25 minutes long, and I'm not even, I mean, you've seen how much I've done nothing. So this will probably be mini videos lined up. That way it's not 100 million. Why does my hair go forward like that? Anyways, like, it does that, and I look bald when I do that, but like, I'm not. I promise. Anyway, so yeah, that's my disclaimer.
Like Jean Grey, I like Iceman. Marvel, if you need an Iceman, my name's Isaac, and I have blue eyes, and, you know, if you need an Iceman, hit me up. I probably wouldn't drop out of college.
Bob, stay in school.
But I would definitely do online for a little bit to film if you need an Iceman. Just saying, wink, wink, hint, hint. What is this thing?
hello. Oh, hello.
It's not a sentry. It's actually going to eat me alive. I don't know what that is. What hunts the X-Men? Sentinels! Sentinels! Sentry! Sentinel! It was on the tip of my tongue! That's what she said. I'm building a Sentinel right now. Also, Thunderbolts, incredible movie. Oh! This is what I was doing. I was talking about the state of the MCU as it is. So I feel like every Marvel actual fan will tell you that I feel as though there was a kind of a panic after Endgame. Because it was like, this is the end of this saga, what do we do? And I feel like that was at Marvel's then peak, was Endgame in 2019. That was their peak. And not peak as in good, like Endgame was incredible, do not get me wrong. But that was their peak viewership and engagement wise. Because right after Endgame, COVID happened. That was when their engagement was the highest. And I feel as though they were scrambling. I feel like they were like, crap, what do we do now? Because after Endgame, Marvel was all over the place. There was some incredible pieces of work. No Way Home, great movie. It was an incredible movie, very emotional. Tom Holland deserves his flowers. Aunt May's actress, I feel bad that I don't know her name. But Aunt May's actress deserves her flowers. Everybody in that movie did an incredible job. However, I do feel like that movie was a bit of a fan service. And that's okay, because we do need fan services. Like, we do need things like, oh, that's so cool, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know. But I feel like they were kind of in a panic, because at that point, everybody wanted to be a part of Marvel. Everybody. Now everybody still does. But it was almost like, I don't know, it was like everybody wanted to be a part of Marvel, everybody wanted, I feel, I mean, if I was a director, I would want to be a part of Marvel. I feel like there wasn't a cohesive vision. There wasn't a cohesive idea or vibe. And I don't say that all the movies need to have the same vibe, because they don't. Like, an Iron Man movie doesn't need to have the same vibe as a Thor movie. But I feel as though they were, and maybe they weren't. And I'm sure that the entire Jonathan Majors scandal, if that's what you want to call it, kind of screwed them over. But I feel like Marvel as a whole didn't have the same vision. And they had directors and writers and people who did not know the comics. And they also didn't know the MCU. Are you kidding? Here it is. Secret Invasion. Anyways, I was getting on the topic of the MCU project that I hate the most. That I hate, double hate, loathe entirely. I am the Grinch. Secret Invasion is my Whoville. But my heart will not grow 3 sizes, or however much his did. I hate Secret Invasion. And this is a very common consensus with Marvel fans, is that Secret Invasion was absolute dog water. Worse than dog water. It was like absolute buns. All I know is that Secret Invasion was booty. Booty butt. Like absolute butt. And you know, if it was my first Marvel project I had ever watched, it might not be that bad. And that's kind of how I feel. I feel like maybe the people in charge of it hadn't watched Marvel, hadn't read Marvel. Let me lock in. Perfect. I feel like they maybe hadn't watched Marvel, maybe they hadn't read Marvel, you know. But as somebody who knows a lot about Marvel and loves Marvel, to see characters be butchered and an entire Secret Invasion in the comics is such a huge thing. And then for the entire Secret Invasion in Marvel to have already been happened, they invaded in the 80s or 90s. And my biggest thing about Secret Invasion.
Editing Isaac here again. Because, okay, so what I was saying, it was incoherent. Like the audio messed up. But what I was saying was how they fridged Maria Hill. The first episode. Just to further the plot, we all know what fridging is. If you don't, then... So they fridged Maria Hill on the first episode to make Fury do whatever. He didn't really do anything the next... Like, he didn't mourn her at all. Also, they put, Elizabeth Hill is there and saying she would have followed you to hell and back or blah, blah, and like, or she did or something like that. Anyways. But in the comics, Maria doesn't have a mom. Maria's mom died giving birth to her, which made her dad not like Maria and be abusive and mean. And then that's what made Maria into the cold leader that she became. That's her entire backstory, is no mom. And for them to put, oh yeah, this is her mom. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know, like, it just isn't. And her stepmom still wouldn't really have mourned in the comics because Maria didn't rock with her stepmom and dad because they were mean. Like literally a simple Wikipedia search would have told you that. I'm gonna go fact check myself before I do this. Yes, I just went and looked, and her dad's name is Ed Vernon. I wanted to make sure that Vernon was right because it reminded me of the dude from Harry Potter. But why is it Ed Vernon? Why is her last name Hill then? What? Let's Google that. Why is Maria Hill's last name Hill and her dad is Vernon? Mother's maiden name. Oh, great. So yeah, so they actually were. Okay. Ha. Okay. So Maria Hill's, they did say that it was her mom because her mom's name is Elizabeth Hill. Hill is her mom's maiden name. And Ed Vernon is her dad, and so she took her mom's maiden name. And a simple Google search will tell you, oh, Elizabeth Hill died in childbirth, that's why. That's part of what pissed me off the most, is that you don't know the character and you're gonna kill her. Huh? Anyways, but yeah, it was just me saying that, I mean, nobody likes Secret Invasion. No offense, but nobody does. And it's just because they did Fury awful. They set Gia, or whatever her name is, to be a super Skrull, like the most powerful being, pretty much. What are you gonna do with that? And then Gravik, just don't even. It's literally, just Secret Invasion sucked. Point blank. You could have done an entire saga of Secret Invasion, but instead they did a rush 6, 7,
8 episode thing. Water looked bald as butt. Anyways, and no, it was butt. It was butt. Point blank, it was butt. But I don't like it because they fridged Maria Hill to help the plot. I don't like it because they put Elizabeth Hill in there, even though Elizabeth Hill is dead. I mean, that's like saying, oh, Tony Stark's parents actually didn't die. They weren't killed. Hold on. I mean, yeah, it's like saying that Tony Stark's parents weren't killed in a car accident. It's just completely changing the character's backstory. It's like saying, oh, Peter Parker's parents didn't die. He lives with Uncle Ben and Aunt May because he wants to. What? No. No! That's part of Maria's things, that her mom died in childbirth. Her dad was an a-hole. You know, so it's just them not knowing the characters, it's not them not knowing the comics, and it's them being stupid and not really, I almost don't want to talk bad about them, but like, it's just them not knowing how to write and further a plot without fridging one of the first strong female characters in Marvel. It's that simple. Like, the first 3 big female characters in Marvel are Pepper, Nat, and Maria. You know, like, whatever. So I just don't, I mean, duh. Anyways, bye!
Sometimes I just need to shut up. Anyways, let me calm down on that. Let me just get past Secret Invasion because it's ticking me off. Moving on to She-Hulk. She-Hulk was, I personally enjoyed it up until the last episode, because the last episode was like, huh? Tatiana Monasley, I hope I'm saying her name right, is a great She-Hulk, is a great Jennifer Walters. However, I feel like they could have done better, for sure. And also, the new Captain America movie. It didn't feel like a Captain America movie, and that is not because it's Sam Wilson. That's because they had Hulk villains for Captain America. You know, Red Hulk, Leader, both of those were in the Edward Norton Hulk movie. So if you want to bring those characters back and you want to do something with them, I think that what they should have done is have the Red Hulk, I did this backwards, is that they should have had the Red Hulk and Leader be She-Hulk villains. That, I think, would have been great. Because a lot of the times, people or superheroes would inherit their predecessors, villains, arch enemies, whatever. So obviously, like, Harry Potter inherited, he didn't really inherit because he's the chosen one or whatever, but, you know, Voldemort was a big thing with his parents. Voldemort killed his parents, then Harry inherited that entire thing because he was the chosen one. He inherited Voldemort, that entire dark wizard side. So what I feel that they should have done is, but they don't ask me things, they should ask me things. So they should have had Red Hulk and Leader be She-Hulk's villain. Now, I did like, I forget her name, it's Titaniana. I did like that character because it is a villain of hers in the comics, you know, and I did like the social media aspect of it like that. However, it didn't make sense for Sam Wilson to have the Hulk's old villains, in my very not so humble opinion. I think that instead of Red Hulk being a villain, and that they could have done something different. I think I did like the Sidewinder villain. I feel like they could have done a lot more with that. I feel like that's what they should have done, because in the beginning it was very, the opening credits were very spy thrillers. The opening credits were very, like, you know, whole Marvel title card was spy thriller. The rest was not spy thriller at all. Anyway, so they should have done a different character for Captain America. They should have done a different villain for that, I mean. And then they should have done where Red Hulk and Leader were She-Hulk villains, along with, they could have kept Emil Blonsky. And then I would like for them to have kept Titaniana. They should have done that for whatever you want to call it. They should have made them She-Hulk villains. They could have done where Ross wanted Jennifer as a lawyer, you know, all that, and then that was all in She-Hulk. Then Jennifer figured out all the things that Captain America did, you know. I feel like that's what they should have done. And that way She-Hulk inherits Bruce Banner's, and bring Banner into it. Bring Banner into it, you know, like they did in the other thing. Also, I hope that they don't replace Hulkling with that random kid that apparently Banner had when he was on Sakaar. Also, that's weird, because I guess it was Hulk who did Hulk smash? Whoa, who did, because he would have been in the Hulk form whenever, right? Yeah, he would have been in the Hulk form whenever he got somebody on Sakaar pregnant. Who was big enough for Hulk to smash? Holy crap, I would love to know that. What big old woman did Hulk smash? So that's how I feel about it. They should have done. Oh, I was saying I hope that they don't have that Hulk kid replace Hulkling in the Champions, Young Avengers, whatever they want to call it. I personally think that Young Avengers is a better name than Champions because, like, in the comics, there's other Champions groups and they're the knockoff Avengers, like really knockoff. So I feel like Young Avengers would be a lot better as a name. Actually, the Next Avengers, I love the Next Avengers. I think that the Next Avengers should be something that they do because I love that storyline. I love that movie. It was one of the first Marvel movies that I ever saw, and it's obviously not MCU canon. It's a different timeline, but it's a great movie. And I think that, I mean, the Young Avengers, I love the Young Avengers. I have a multiversal variant of them over there. But yeah, so anyways, so like I said, I think that they were kind of in a, not at all a power grab, but I think that everybody wanted to be in Marvel, and they let directors have a lot more freedom than they should have, because I know that Kevin Feige knows what the crap he's talking about. That's what kind of made that little Marvel down bit after Endgame. So yeah, I feel like in the future, but like I was saying, now Marvel is on an up. It is very much on an up. Thunderbolts, incredible. I saw Fantastic Four the day it came out. It was Friday. I saw Fantastic Four when it came out. Incredible. Literally great. I need bag 2. We're on bag 2. But Thunderbolts was great. I was fearing for Val's life because I like Val as a character too. I hope that they don't kill Val, because if they kill Val, because my favorite characters, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow. I've really been rocking with Captain America recently. I wasn't the biggest Captain America fan, but Captain America's suit is hard. I've been looking at his. I've rewatched Civil War and like, that is a cool suit.
Okay, so I'm cutting the video off here because this is as much I've edited so far. That's 2 30-minute intervals. My lips are so freaking chapped; they're about to bust open. I shut my lip because it just got so trapped. Anyways, so I'm gonna end the video here. I will finish that list though. So the list was Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Maria Hill, Yelena, Val. I like Sentry a lot. I mean, there's more, obviously, but I like Phil Coulson. I like Early, Nick Fury. But yeah, anyways, so a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I like Daisy Johnson. I like Melinda May, Fitz, and Simmons. Yeah, anyways, but I'm going to end here because it's just taking forever to edit, and it's already 30 minutes long, and I don't want a 12-hour long video to have to upload, so I'm gonna do it in parts. So I don't know when the next part will be uploaded, but it will be eventually, hopefully not long. It's taking forever to edit because I'm busy. I am in college studying for biomed. So yeah, so it's taking forever, and I'm editing like a lot of different edits in it. I did definitely get lazy in this last part. You'll see that there's less edits in it, but whatever. Or you saw that there was less edits in it, but so yeah, so I'm going to finish it here. Like I said, I don't know when the next part will be uploaded, but yeah, also I love how I didn't even finish the full Sentinel, and this video is titled Building the X-Mansion and talking about the state of the MCU, but whatever. So yeah, the next part will be uploaded when it's uploaded. Hopefully it's not long, but yeah.